Kanye West just walked into Diddy's trial uninvited, and the internet is screaming about what happened next. Because this wasn't just some random celebrity sighting. The timing? Suspicious. The rumors? Wild. And the lawsuit that dropped 72 hours earlier? Disturbing beyond belief. Stick around, we're connecting dots the media haven't touched. Kanye's surprise courthouse appearance, what really happened? Kanye West just made an unannounced appearance at Diddy's trial, and nobody saw this coming. No press, no warning, just you pulling up in a blacked-out Maybach like he owned the place. But here's the question everyone's asking, why was he really there? At exactly 10 a.m., Kanye stepped out in Lower Manhattan with 3 security guards in tow. He walked through the main entrance like any other visitor, no VIP treatment, just metal detectors and a line. But here's where it gets weird. Rumors were swirling that he tried to show up the day before but got turned away. No proof, just whispers. But now? He's inside. And the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Because while everyone's focused on Diddy, there's a bombshell lawsuit against Kanye that just dropped, and it involves allegations so wild, they might explain why he's suddenly making headlines at a high-profile trial. The Vegas trip and Jane's deposition, the shocking connection. But here's where things take a dark turn. Buried in the legal documents from Diddy's case, a woman named Jane dropped a bombshell story, one that suspiciously lines up with Kanye's recent movements. In her testimony, Jane described a private jet trip to Las Vegas with a star rapper, his wife or girlfriend, and an escort. The date? January 19th. The occasion? A birthday celebration. Now, here's why that matters. January 2024, Kanye and Bianca were literally in Vegas celebrating her birthday. Private dinners, high-stakes energy, everything matches. But it gets weirder. Kanye's song Ball, which most people haven't even heard, references cuckolding. He openly admits to being into watching his wife with other men. And suddenly, Jane's story about that star rapper on the plane doesn't sound so far-fetched. Coincidence? Maybe. But with Kanye's name now tied to 2 major scandals at once, it's starting to look like a pattern. And speaking of patterns, just days before this trial, Kanye got hit with a lawsuit so graphic, it's hard to believe it's real. But the receipts? They're all there. The lawsuit explosion, Kanye's darkest scandal yet. Just days before Kanye showed up at Diddy's trial, a bombshell lawsuit landed in court, and the allegations against him are so disturbing, they could explain his sudden need for a public distraction. Former personal assistant Lauren Pichota dropped a 42-page legal bomb accusing Ye of turning his workspace into a, quote, ridiculous Soul playground. We're talking about forced participation in his fetishes, explicit phone calls, and even claims he pressured her into group encounters. The most damning part? She alleges Kanye would routinely masturbate in front of her, sometimes mid-conversation, then allegedly tried recruiting her for fivesomes at luxury hotels. And according to the lawsuit, this wasn't a one-time thing, it was his pattern. Now think about the timing. This lawsuit drops, and suddenly Kanye's making a surprise appearance at Diddy's trafficking trial? That's not a coincidence. That's a man who knows the spotlight's about to get a whole lot hotter. Transition to final reveal. Because here's what nobody's talking about yet, these allegations mirror exactly the kind of behavior described in Jane's deposition. And if even half of this is true? Kanye isn't just a spectator in this trial drama, he might be the next defendant. Closing mystery, the real reason Kanye showed up. So let's ask the question everyone's too afraid to voice, why was Kanye really at that courthouse? Was this about Diddy? Or was this about himself? Because the math isn't matching. A mysterious Vegas trip matching Jane's testimony. A lawsuit detailing alleged soul misconduct so severe it could end careers. And now, a surprise appearance at the most high-profile trial in music? Either Kanye's trying to control the narrative before this explodes, or he's sending someone a message. But here's what we do know: when powerful men start showing up unannounced at legal battles that aren't theirs, something big is coming. And if these lawsuits and testimonies are connected, we're not watching a trial anymore. We're watching a domino effect.